I'm with Nathan Schuman up here at Madison. Just got done with a tough practice. Schuman, talk to me a little bit about yourself and about your wrestling and how you got started.
I got started at a very young age. My dad started me when I was 3 or 4 years old, just in our living room, not even on a mat, and I've just grown to love it and look forward to coming into this room every day, looking to get better, jumping levels, chasing down my goals and dreams, and yeah, I owe a lot of it to my parents, to my coaches, for helping me get to the point I'm at now, my parents especially. All the time and money they've put into this to help me get to this point. I'm very thankful for all that from them.
I saw you in here. You were wrestling around with Nelson Villafane. That kid's a monster. Tell me a little bit about how wrestling each other has gotten you better, and as well as him too.
Yeah, he's a great partner. He pushes the pace. He wrestles with a very high pace that really before I started going with him, I could not keep up with. I would not be able to keep up with his pace. But since I've started going with him, I've been able to wrestle myself with a much higher pace. I've been able to hang with him longer into practices and wrestle deeper into practices with him, competing with him more in practices, and it's forced me to refine my technique a little bit more and focus on wrestling with a little bit more of a pace and not having all my attacks have to be perfect. Just looking for getting my attacks when there's an opening, just getting it right away. Not waiting on when a perfect attack is going to be there, because I know wrestling him, there's not going to be a lot of perfect opportunities to score, so I have to take advantage of those attacks, and that's translated to the mat, to the competition mat, where you're not always going to have the perfect opportunity to score, so you have to translate that from the practice room and just take the little opportunities that you get and just go get it and not worry about the opportunity you have being perfect.
How have you done on the youth scene as far as in Pennsylvania, as far as the state tournaments, whether it be the PJWs or the Keystones? Talk to me a little bit about those runs.
So I really didn't wrestle those state tournaments until the first time I did it was in 2020. I qualified for PJWs, and then that got canceled because of COVID. And then the next year I went to Keystones, and I got third there. And then I ended up getting third twice at Keystones and second twice at Keystones, and at PJWs in middle school I got sixth once and third once.
How are you on the national stage? Have you done your Tulsas, your Super 32s? Talk to me about that.
I won Reno once, I believe it was in 2021. I placed a few other times out there. I got second in Tulsa in 2022. In middle school, I was Super 32 sixth 2 or 3 times. I don't remember exactly. But I was competing at that high level, but I was not winning a lot of tournaments at that high level, which is the point I wanted to get to. So that just motivated me to keep working harder in the room and keep working, refining my craft and working to get better.
How do you deal with that mentally? Like when you deal with those setbacks and you go out to a tournament, obviously you want to place first, but then you don't place first. How do you bounce back from that?
You go back, watch the film, look at the mistakes you made, look at what you can fix, what you can improve on, and try not to get frustrated with the process and just stick with the process. Not get frustrated with the maybe lack of winning and the lack of the results I'm looking for, but then at the same time maybe use a little bit of that frustration to motivate you and push you, help you get to that next level.
Freestyle wise, you're doing your regionals, your states. What are you preparing for freestyle wise?
Right now we're preparing for Fargo. I didn't go to states, but I won regionals, and then I was out at junior national duels with Team PA, Went 6-0 in Greco, 6-0 in freestyle. Tector pinned everyone. Just looking to keep refining that freestyle craft and looking forward to going out to Fargo and trying to make some noise, trying to win a second one in a row.
How hard is that? How hard is it to just have the grinding type of schedule and practices and stuff that you have? How hard is that to keep going through every day?
Physically and mentally, it's very tough. Your body gets worn down physically. You're gonna get bumps. You're gonna get bruises. You're gonna not feel the best at times. You're gonna go into practice not feeling 100%. It wears you down mentally. Mentally, you're not always gonna be at your 100% every day. But whether it's mentally or physically, when you're not at your 100%, you just got to go into practice and give it your all, push the pace, and know that next day is going to be better. You're going to come in and that practice, you're going to rebound off maybe a poor practice or something like that. And that poor practice, like when you're not feeling 100%, you just got to go into practice, push the pace, and those practices are maybe the practices that are going to get you to that next level, because you know that you're going to go to a big tournament and you're not always going to feel 100%. You're going to get in that state final or that national final and you're not going to feel 100%. And you just got to learn to push through it and make the best out of that opportunity.
How do you get yourself in the zone for that, for tournaments like that? You don't you see, I know you don't listen to a lot of music when you warm up, which is what a lot of people do. So how do you get yourself in the mindset about 2 or 3 matches before yours?
I have a warm-up routine that I run myself through about 20 minutes out. Same warm-up routine pretty much every single time. Maybe I tweak it a little bit depending on how far out I am. But I have a set warm-up routine, whether it's with sprints, stance of motion, that kind of stuff. Just going through that warm-up routine every single match, get myself mentally focused, ready to wrestle, also getting myself physically warmed up and prepared to go out on the mat.
So, what are you outside of the Mad Assassins wrestling room? What are some things that you're involved in that you do that somebody might be surprised that you do?
I'm a beekeeper. Me and my dad have, I think it's like 20-some beehives in our backyard right now. It's a lot of fun. Get stung a lot, but you deal with it for the honey and all that stuff and what you get as a result of it.
How does that process work? What is the kind of like, I don't want to use the word like methylation, but how do you get the honey from the bees and then get it where it needs to go? Yeah.
So the bees will fill boxes with honey, fill comb with honey, and we use this spray that the bees don't like the smell of and push the bees down out of the box, and then take the box and uncap the honey and extract it in this big machine that spins all the honey out and then runs out of that thing and jar it up.
For sure. Well, Nathan Schuman, thanks for the interview.
Yep.
Good luck at Fargo.
Thank you.
Keep coming out here and doing what you're doing. It's obviously working for you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.